Hello, I'm Erin Halvorsen, Rag Rugs by Erin. This is your first time joining me. I appreciate you joining me. And if you're returning, then I really appreciate that as well. Okay, today we're going to be teaching you how to do a rag rug made out of sheet yarn. And this is the rug that we're going to be working on. This is going to be two rows of single crochet, and then we're going to go to double crochet. And I'm just going to work through this pattern for you so you can see how to do this. And also I'm going to go a little quicker than some of my other videos. We're going to focus on how to start it and all the transition places, but I also have other videos that show you how to do a single crochet in depth, a double crochet in depth, and you can go ahead and see those videos if you need more instruction on those things. I always like to talk about our tools. Good tools are really important to me. So a good pair of scissors are important. In this particular video, we're going to use a Q hook. Okay, it's a little bit larger hook. A lot of times when we do other videos, I've done a lot of ends. That's one of my favorite sizes, but I'm using a Q right now. We're going to use 2-inch wide strips, approximately, maybe not exactly. We're also going to use a tapestry yarn, and I'll show you at the end how to finish this. And I have a little suggestion on how to finish this, even though if you may have seen my other videos on how to finish, the corner is possibly could be made nicer if we do it the way that I'm going to suggest, as opposed to maybe cutting it off just a bit. So this is the rug that we're going to work on, the pattern, but let me show you something else that's pretty interesting. This is the rug I'm making now that we're going to be adding to, and you can see how changing from this to this, the exact same pattern, you can get quite a bit different type of look. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Jump right in. Alright. Oh, I want to show one more thing on this, real quick. A lot of people like to see this. This material right here, these are sheets, these are retro sheets, and they're about 2-inch wide strips. Look how bright and wild that is, and this is what this came out like. And then this one, it looks like this. It's kind of, you know, a splashy wash kind of material. And the other one's just a solid, you know, pretty blue. So this is what the materials look like originally, so that gives you an idea. Okay. So, first thing, like all the other videos that I show you how to get started when I'm showing you how to do a crochet rag rug, we're going to start with a slip knot. So you're going to take over with the long end, and yeah, Mr. Cameraman's going to come in. Lyle, my husband, is going to come in a little bit so we can be right on. You're going to take the long end of it and cross over with your sheet yarn and feed it through the hole. Okay, we're going to do that one more time. Take the long end, cross over, feed it through, and here's your slip knot. Okay, you're going to take the short end and hold it in your right hand. We want to leave a long enough strip. This is a bit long, to be very honest with you. You don't need it to be this long. This long would be maybe about a foot. 12 inches would be a good length. This is quite a bit longer, but that won't hurt anything, so we're going to keep it there. You're going to put your crochet hook into the loop that you've made, and in your right hand, because I'm right-handed, you're going to hold the crochet hook and you're going to hold the tail. Okay, we're going to do chain stitches. You're going to do 35 chain stitches for this size rug that we've made today. So you can do this at any length. It's not required that you do 35. This is just what I did. Any number will work. Some of my rugs have a formula and you need to kind of stick with that, or you need to do a variation of that, and we talk about that. But this one can be done at any length that you see fit. Okay, so I'm doing 35. I'm going to show you how to do a chain stitch. I'm not going to do all 35. Then I'm going to transition over to the next stage. So here you go. You're holding it like this. You're going to cross over with your material, and you're going to pull the first loop off. That's 1. Cross over and pull it off. That's 2 chain stitches. Cross over and pull it off. 3. Make sure you keep it loose. Cross over, pull it off. Cross over, pull it off. You need to make sure that you keep it loose, or you won't be able to get back into the stitch. Okay? So here you go. This is how you do it. Alright, we're going to put this to the side and we're going to go right over to the next step. So we're going to pretend that I had completed that, because I've already done that here. Well, guess what? My stitch marker came off. So I don't think I have 35, but we're going to proceed anyways. So things don't always go as planned. So I'm going to show you, you were crocheting along like this, cross over, and pull it through. When you get to 35 or whatever length that you see is the right size, you're going to flip your material because you always work right to left. And you're going to go into the first stitch, and we're going to do single crochets all the way along. This is not the first, excuse me, this is not the first stitch where you're in. You're going to go into the first hole right there. Okay. What you need to be careful not to do is that you don't twist this as you're going. It won't ruin your rug, but it will make it look less uniform. So try to keep it laying it flat. Sometimes people try to work like this. I can see them doing this when they're working. That's fine, but I find that then you're twisting your rug. So remember that you're going to have to work it from right to left, and if you can get yourself in that habit right from the very beginning, it's going to make your rug more uniform. Okay? So, Mr. Cameraman, Lyle, you're going to go into the first hole, grab your material over the top, pull it through. You have two. 1, 2. You're going to pull the material off, cross over, and pull both of the back 2 off. I'm going to do several of these. Here's your next hole. See it right there? You're going to go into that hole, grab your material over the top of the hook. You have 2 on there. 1, 2. Cross over and pull them both off. Now, if you're a real crocheter, you'd maybe be slipping it off. I find with sheet yarn, I'm not able to do it very well, so I'm usually pulling it off. This sheet has a little bit of a more polyester than I like to have. I prefer 100% cotton or 50-50 or 60% cotton. This one has more polyester, it appears, so it's shredding a little bit more. So you're going to go into the next hole. There's your hole. Grab your material, cross over it. You've got 2, cross over here, and pull them both off. This is a single crochet. I'm going to do a couple more, and then we're going to go on to the next part of the rug. You're just going to do the chain stitch that you did and 1 row of single crochet. So that would make like 2 rows. Okay? You're going to go all the way down. Okay, we're going to pause just for a moment and be back in just a second until I get all the way down so you don't have to waste your time watching me. Okay, see you in a second. Okay, we're back. So we did, let me recap just briefly, we did 35 chain stitches. We came back up and did single crochets all the way up. We're getting ready to finish our row. You're going to watch me finish, and we're going to transition to a new color on the end, and then we're going to start the double crochets that make up the next section. Okay, so we're going to get right started and finish up this row. You're going to put into your hole, grab your material, and pull them both off. Go into the first stitch, or the hole. Okay, now we're getting to the end. This is what the end is going to look like. You're going to come right in here. This is your last stitch right here. You're going to go into that, grab your material just like every other one. See, you've got this little tie here, it happens to be this time, and you're going to do like that. Now that we're going up to double crochets, when you change rows from double crochets to single crochets, you're always going to go 3 chain stitches. So make sure you do 3 chain stitches. That will allow you the distance that you need to do the double crochets. When you transition from the double crochets back to the single crochets, you're going to do 1 chain stitch. I will restate that later, but just so you know. So we're going to do 3 chain stitches to get us up to the next level. Well, I jumped ahead of myself. We need to change colors. How you change colors is you're going to come out maybe about a 1/2 inch, and you're going to snip off that color. This is the color I'm going to add. I've made previous sheet yarn already. So if you watch my no-sew tips, and I show you how to do it with no sewing, but I also show you how, that's nice, but that's alright. We're good. We're good, Mr. Cameraman. I think I've got just 5 strips. I tell you not to put it all in one ball. The ball dropped, and I've just got about 5 pieces that I put together already on this ball. So you're going to pull your hook out, and you have that little nub there. Pull out the last stitch. That was a gauge so you could see what you were doing. You're going to fold over the material that's attached to the rug, and you're going to make a little slit. You could also sew, but this is just one way to do it. You're going to take one end of the piece that you're attaching and put it over it, and you're going to take the other piece that's the same piece that you're attaching and feed it through the tube. I show you in other videos how to do this when you're making sheet yarn. You can refer to those videos if you want more instruction of how to do it in the no-sew method. Remember, if you do the whole ball all at one time, all together, then what are you going to do? You can't fit that whole ball through this hole. So that's why I tell you to only do 5 to 8 pieces. You can attach it, cover it with the ball and put it all so it's all in the same place, but you do not want to have it all attached in one spot, because you're just going to have to undo it somewhere. Okay, so after you've fed it through there, you're going to pull it a little this way and a little bit that way, and there you go, the no-sew method. It's been attached. So now we're going to continue on. We're going to redo that last stitch that we saw. Okay, there's your hole we showed you. Going to put into that hole, and you're going to grab your material. You're not changing anything from what you did. You're going to cross over and pull them both off. Now this is where you're going to do your 3 chain stitches. 1, 2, 3. Then you're going to flip. When you're going to be doing a double crochet, you're going to have to do 3 chain stitches first. And I have been pulling this out lately, pulling my hook out and starting like this. It seems to work better for me. Okay. When we're going to continue on, we're going to go back up and we're going to work right to left, just like we were talking about. On this row, we're going to be going into the holes that separate in between the single crochets. I'm going to show you a few of these, and then I'm going to complete this and show you what you're going to do on the second row. So please continue to watch so you'll see on the second row. This is how you do a double crochet. You're going to cross over, go into the hole, grab your material. Now you have 3. 1, 2, 3. You're going to cross over, and you're going to pull the first 2 off. You have 2 now. Going to cross over and pull the last 2 off. You have completed 1 double crochet. Okay? We're going to do we're going to do several of these. Cross over, go into the next hole, which is between the stitches. Grab your material over it. Now you have 3. Cross over, pull the first 2 off. Remember, you have 2 now. Cross over, pull the last 2 off. This might look a little more complicated. It is, but it goes very quickly, and once you get the knack, it's very easy. Let's do it again. You're going to cross over first, go into the hole, grab your material. 1, 2, 3. Cross over, pull the first 2 off. Cross over, pull the second 2 off. And now you have completed 1 more. We're going to do 1 more of these. Cross over, go into the hole, grab your material. 3. Cross over, pull the first 2 off, cross over, and pull the last 2 off. Okay, see, this is the starting of this. This is going to be double crochets. We're going to do 3 rows of this double crochet. We're going to come back in just a moment, and I'm going to then show you how to end over here and how to move up to the next row and where you're going to be going in. So I'll be right back with you in a second. Thank you.